Hey guys, this is Chris here. I thought I'd make a muck around video. Um, I ruined my knife as you saw in the review, so I figured I'll show you how I fixed it and then we'll try and fix another knife. Where did I put the blade? One moment. It's night time in my shed, but it's still really hot. I actually just changed this from a standard halogen bulb to a LED that's 1300 lumens, but doesn't look that bright because this thing only faces like one way. If I show you, it's going to ruin the camera. But yeah, so there's no light coming up the top, only one way. But yeah, I reckon that should be enough light to work in here, I hope. Alright, so it was the Buck 480 clone, the one that I ruined. I'll insert a snip somewhere here, and you can see how I ruined it. Alright guys, I've got to put my hat down low because I'm facing into the sun now. You can see that was a bit of a workout. I was going to do the throw knife test on this as I always do, but as you can see the blade is pretty gone now. So this knife is a write-off. The blade fully morphed. Can you guys see that there? Alright, it is my fault because, you know, it's not a knife that's made to be treated like this. But I wasn't really expecting that to happen too, because I thought that this would probably handle the test the best out of all these knives. But no, it didn't. It didn't do the worst because you can still use this now. It's just a tiny bit bent. Also, I was going against the grain in the wood. Yeah, I know that, but like, I don't think it should still break. Alright, so as you can see, I ruined it pretty good. Yeah, I buckled it bad. It was a fun, like, I love testing knives. I think testing knives is probably more fun than testing flashlights. Like, because you just get to beat the shit out of it, and that's always fun. But yeah, so I managed to fix it. You can see it's straight as now. But what I got with me is actually a kitchen knife that we're going to try and fix together. This could either go really wrong. Whenever I try to record me working on something, it always goes really wrong, or it could go okay this time. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll try and we'll see how it goes. I'll show you this blade closer up so you can check out what it looks like. Alright, so hopefully there's enough light in here. I've got the screen turned down, so I'm guessing that there's probably just enough light. Not heaps, but there should be enough. Might actually move the light somewhere else. Alright, so this was the knife, or this is the knife now. You can see I shined it up pretty well. If we look here, it's no longer buckled. So what I basically done was I grinded out the whole part that I stuffed up. So obviously the blade is a little bit shorter now, not lengthwise, in widthwise up and down. But that's okay, it's still functional now. I grinded that down, and then the edging I put on it by hand, because I'd rather do it by hand with a sharpening kit. So that's what we're going to do today on another knife that I have that's stuffed. This side doesn't look quite as good as the other side, but I did sand it down and polish it and make it all shiny. So it's more than a better functioning knife right now, I should say. It works well. I'm pretty happy because it's a nice looking knife. Now all I gotta do is start sewing, and I can fix the friggin' what's it called? The sheath. Alright, so this is a kitchen knife that's got a broken tip. So we're gonna grind it down and create a new tip and see how it works out. And I forgot my safety squints in the house, so I'm gonna go and grab my safety glasses, and I'll be back out. Alright guys, how do they sue me? They're fogging up. I don't know why. It's pretty warm in here because it's all like steel, or it's tin, but yeah. No, it's colourborn steel. It's Australian made, colourborn steel, mate. And it's got a concrete floor, so it gets friggin' hot in here, man. In the daytime I might grab something, and like it's hot in here. Yeah, so let's start grinding on the bench grinder. Turn it on. I've only had this for about a week and a half, and like, yeah, like my skills are bad, but just to show you that it's not actually too hard, and you should give it a go. It's pretty loud in here actually. It's louder than what it was inside the house. Alright guys, wish me luck, please. I don't know how this is gonna go. This stupid, this thing, right, this screw here, it's coming off, and this thing is like new. Obviously, if you do want to try and sharpen on this, don't heat up the blade too much. You can see it's starting to get a little bit more narrower. We'll see how it goes. It's actually a lot better than last time when I done it by hand, because that was a killer. That took ages. Alright, I'm just going to let it cool down for a minute. Because I'm out here grinding. Alright, it's not the best point ever, but it's not actually too bad. I'm actually pretty happy with how that looks now. I know it's not like a proper point, but it does have a point on it, which is actually good enough if you want to stab. I would like it to be like kind of straight down like that too, but then it's going to be more like a tanto style. I can't really, without making the knife way too short, make it like this. Maybe if I was better at it, I could, but I don't feel I can do that. Alright guys, so I grinded the whole thing down in the end. Like I grinded off this whole part because it had a lot of chips in it. Like, yeah, and then I kind of grinded on a bevel, but not so much because I'd rather do that by hand. Like, I think like this block here is only like 68 grit, I think, or 60 grit, and this one's like 35, and this is only 150 watts. So right now, after being on for all that time, it's like boiling hot. I don't think this thing's gonna last that long, but yeah, it's got a tiny bevel on there, but either way, like I don't suggest sharpening stuff really unless it's like a file or a chisel. Maybe like your drill bits, even like stuff like that, yeah, but something like this I would suggest doing it by hand as much as you can. But obviously, because I had a broken point, it's pretty sweet just to grind down to make a new point, because that's what we got now. We got a brand new point. It's not the best, but like I'd rather kind of cut it off here, but then I'd have to come all the way down, and I don't really want to lose that much extra knife because this is already getting shorter and shorter. Let's pull out the hand sharpening kit and see what we can do. Alright guys, unfortunately bench space is pretty limited even out here. As you can see, the bench grinder had to move for me to put this here. But yeah, so basically this is my sharpening kit. yeah, so obviously you kind of want to start out um, with the lowest grit that you have. So maybe I think my one's 180 grit, so I'll start out by that and I'll put my own bevel on it like so. So far that's how it's looking. You can see it looks like a lot better. The degree that you want to sharpen your knife on is up to you. Generally speaking, I think kitchen knives are at a 15-degree angle, but you don't. Alright guys, so I kind of ran out of space, as always happens whenever I'm recording something. So I skipped some of this. I'm pretty much up to my finishing stages now. I think it's sharp, you can hear it. So I'll just finish off. The final grit I'm using is like 800 or 1000, I think. I do have a 1500 grit one, but I don't see a point to going like that high. It's better off just like keeping it how it is now. Alright guys, so I was going to show you the whole video and then fast forward through certain parts, but I kept on running out of space, so I skipped that. Doesn't really matter. It's pretty much done. Yeah, so you can see I didn't really use the grinder to sharpen it. I only used it to make a new edge and to put a bad grinding job on it, but I think it will be pretty functional. We'll try it. Got a bit of paper here. I think it's pretty sharp. Yeah, cut that easy. What else can we try it on? Should got proper paper here. One of my old reviews. Easy. Not a problem. Put that back. What else? Come over here to this side. Pinch me. Okay. So that's all my hairs there. As you can see, I know they're blonde so they're hard to see, but you can see quite a lot of hairs there. So basically someone's going to be eating my hairs for dinner. Yeah, so like I think with the grinder I'm still like a mad amateur, but with these grinding stones I'm slowly getting better. You probably didn't learn anything from this, but like I'll say give it a go. It's not that hard. Probably the grinding stones are a pain in the ass at the start, but once you learn, like it'll be pretty easy and you'll be really happy with the results. You could never get like a knife as sharp as what I just did by using other style sharpeners, unless you use like a whetstone or something, then that'll be obviously, but by like the shop sharpeners you'll never get it like that sharp. Alright guys, I'm gonna go edit this together, post it up. As always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching guys.